Yes, hello guys, welcome. If you can hear me, please let me know. We're still very more low with the amount of people that have joined, but if you can hear me, of course, make sure to drop a chat. Just give me a minute so I can share this. And if you can't hear me, you also let me know, please. But seems everything looks great on my end. Um, yep. Okay. Well, seems everything is in the clear now, and it's saying unable to connect chat, but so I can't really. I don't know. Maybe that's why I can't see, or maybe that's why you guys can't hear me, or some reasons. Oh, the chat has been there. My bad, my bad. What's up, guys? I didn't know the chat. I had to change the stuff from top chat to live chat. So anyway, welcome to another edition of our live stream. So, um, connection has taken a lot of our time, but we're back on track. So just give me a minute, please. All right, so we're just gonna start with what we usually start with, which is Bitcoin. Of course, there's the king of crypto markets, which I kind of like. And of course, we're going to choose some pairs from you guys that you want me to look into. And yes, starving right now because I haven't had dinner and won't be waiting and wasting much of our time. So yes, let's start with Bitcoin, see what's going on over the weeks, see how we can position for for this week. So last time out, I think we were talking about Bitcoin doing liquidity graph here on weekly time frame, and I think it wasn't on daily. Yeah, it wasn't on daily. Like, I remember telling you guys this is the only thing saving Bitcoin right now, because after that liquidity graph on the weekly time frame, I was sure as hell the market or the price was going to dump, which is what happened when we had this crazy dump up to what 107k from the previous all-time high, which was 124k. So, but now we recovered. It just went to the FEG below here that wasn't cleared. But remember, this is on daily time frame, right? So on daily time frame, there was a break of structure, so giving us a strong signal that yeah, we are definitely going above the all-time high sooner or later. So right now there isn't any dump. So until we have a liquidity grab on the weekly time frame, and then on the monthly, then on the daily, and even probably 4 hours, then we know that yeah, then the whole bull market is probably, or the whole bull cycle is probably over, and we are in for some crazy bear market shit. So with that out of the way, Bitcoin has been consistently going up ever since then. So for now, we know that here we want to look at buy opportunities. Um, so this stupid shit. So after the recovery, this was the price where the price bottomed out. This I hate it when I find this. Oh, there you go. So this was where the price bottomed out, and then we have this momentum towards the top. Um, let me take this out again. So we have this was our first break. This on 4 hour. Remember, this was our first break on 4 hour. So after the break, I don't think we've had any return to other block. So which is kind of puzzling and disturbing a little bit, because price has to fulfill or clear out all liquidity before it does move in the direction that it's supposed to. So don't be surprised if we can see Bitcoin visiting these levels again, probably 113k, or probably this very obvious fair value gap right here, or probably just picking up this little other block that isn't looking so great here. So anyway, price should visit either of these levels, which is from 111k to 113k, before we have the price moving upward. So this little guy right here is the average for is the average price is the average price is the average price for whatever is going on up here. So we might have the price reversing to this place this week, and given that the price is also approaching a weak order block over here, so if we should put our indicator on, okay, it's not there, but should probably be. So price is reacting from this place, then we might have a little sell to this point before we continue our momentum back up. So well, that's it for Bitcoin. So even though we're looking for longs, we should be careful, because price hasn't done anything yet. So for now, we might take a risky shot up to this point, or watch as the price just does this thing and probably even break out this place. You can't control the whole market and all of that, and then just continue its momentum upward and whatever. So yeah, let's narrow this down. Since we know what we're expecting from the market this week. Hold on a minute. Damn, we are absolutely trashing Valencia right now. Shout out to all Barca fans anyway. So the probably I'm still trying to figure out where it might visit for us to take the shot. Probably it hasn't cleared out. It hasn't shown pure form, because I think anything that's going to happen, we should be able to see it on 1 hour time frame. So this would be the breaking point for Bitcoin. So after this price breaks this part right here, then we can start looking for shorts and all of that. And there is also another problem, because here is another thing I noticed, or that I've noticed over the years. So once price tends to, I think I mentioned this in the last stream as well. This is an inverted scale. It kind of helped me to be able to see what I want to it's just psychology stuff. I tend to see the market better in a bear or in a sell point of view. So sometimes if I want to take a buy trade, I invert the scale so I can be able to see it, in a bear point of view. You get your point, sure. So here's something that usually happens when there's like a step. I think I mentioned it when there's like a step kind of pattern. Price revisit the place and then continues. So this part right here is very, very crucial. So for Bitcoin, so once we break this part, we have to watch out for this place, although it might look like an inducement and all, but at the same time, it's a point to watch out for this part right here. So I'm just going to put this back up the way it's supposed to be. So yeah, this is supposed to be inducement for the price we marked and all of that. So that's it for Bitcoin. There isn't much, I guess. There isn't much at the moment. Right. So I'm going to take two pairs from you guys. So um we will check it out together. And I think we talked about gold the last time. I'm not so sure. Yeah, it was just moving upwards. Yeah, even though this was the price last time, and then after then, even though there's an inducement here, everything looks great here, the price doesn't return to it, and it just kept flying. FVG here, break of structure, no return, bam, over the top again. Then we have this, another break, and that break. Then okay, little to the downside here, another one to the downside here. uh Probably gold is gearing up for some sale, but yes, let's come to you guys here. So the first person said we should look at GU, and then the second with USD JPY. So yes, let's run over to GU. Let's run down to GU. This should be okay. CHF. This EU right here. Okay, this GU. So we're just going to just do the same top down. See what's going on. It's been a minute since I touched GU. So this is an internal liquidity graph for sure. Yeah, it has been an uptrend, and since price didn't break this place right here, yeah, it's most likely will go back up, and that's the same thing that's happening here. You can see liquidity graph here as well. There's no break to the downside, so GU still very much in the bullish side. So these are point of interest, I guess. This supports and resistance and support here, supply and demand type shit. So after the price tapped in here, we have the first break over here. We have first break over here, which isn't looking so great anyway, because even after the first break, we have this guy over here just rejecting the price, and even though this one here isn't supposed to, so this one is just going to be broken out eventually. It's going to be cleared out eventually. So yeah, we should seriously be looking for longs, and then I don't think the price will probably visit anything down here. It won't. It won't. It won't. It won't. So first things first, we have to look for when market will break to the upside, clearing out this little guy we have here. So we should have something like this, or be looking forward to something like this. Looking forward to the price breaking up. Okay, we're on 4 hour, right? Okay, we're still on 4 hour. So on 4 hour, this is it. Mm, not so great. Not so great. Not so great. Not so great. Because I'm kind of envisioning another um entry model here, but yeah, this is 4 hour anyway. So I'm going to take this out. Let me look at it from 1 hour to a lower time frame perspective. Still pretty much the same, but this is our first break. Let's use the help of our indicator here. I did saw this, but then price has touched it, but that's after this break. But since price have touched it, I'm expecting it to propel it to break this strong high right here. So let's mark it out ourselves. So we have this right here is just an expansion from this point to this point. This is just an expansion right here. So we have our retracement to this point, then our next expansion should be to that's exactly what I was hinting at, should be breaking this dude right here. So we have this break towards the top here, then we might then buy from here and then have something like this. So yeah, we just keep it simple. It seems GU is also doing that, keeping the chart simple, keeping everything lively. So after the break, not this one right here, this one over here, after this break, then we see what has been going on. Although we put this into consideration, this will the other block that probably breaks this one right here, or the FVG that breaks this one right here, will be the one we are going to look forward um to use as our entry. So whatever is going on down here is what is going to determine it. So after this break over here, then we choose our long entry from there. Then this will be your final TP, I guess, this point right here. So whatever is going to happen is going to be like from this place to this place at max. So you can make it a swing trade, yeah, or whatever you want. And we can also look at it from this point. Okay, this was the previous sale which has been mitigated, so there isn't anything stopping it from reaching this price right here, and also giving those solid bounce on higher time frame like this one right here, and this one right here. So we are definitely gearing up to reach 1003, this price zone anyway. So yes, let's keep it that way. Let's keep it that way. Let's keep it that way. Um, so for the dude trying to look forward to GU, although now that I zoomed in, I saw something very, very fishy. Again, seems price hasn't mitigated this over here, which is a little bit tricky because price hasn't broken to the top. This one right here hasn't broken. So this one right here is looking like the expansion still, even with all this rubbish going on here. So if this should break to the upside before coming down here, then this should be your entry. This is on 1 hour time frame, so this should be the entry. But you can just don't front run it. Don't front run it. Wait for the break. Wait for the break, and after the break, you should set your order here. Although it's going to your stop should be here. There's no chance it's going to come down here. If it does, then maybe there's some news and some shit, but it's most definitely wouldn't. So and then you target this as your all-time high, yeah, your max high, your your target, your final target. This will be like a little bit of a swing trade, so yeah, you can go on with that. So that's it for GU, I guess. This right here looks like an inducement. You understand the whole point anyway. So wait for the break and then see if the price comes down here, which it should. then you can take your long from there. That's it for GU. Yeah, I think we cleared that out. I'm not seeing any potential short, and since the long came to us as an act of providence, so I guess it's pretty much showing us that yeah, yeah. Although with GU right here, it's crazy. There's like a 2-3 inducement over here going on. Because if I'm looking at it from this point again, I'm trying to see. I'm obviously seeing another potential short, which is from here, right? Which is from here. This dude right here. Where's that to extend right here? So yeah, it's not so great. But based on the higher time frame stuffs going on, it's strongly buy. All these ones are probably just short term shorts and distraction. So I'll be banking on the buy more than the shorts. So yes, that's for GU. The second okay, JPY. I don't think I have that. I don't think I have any Japanese yen pairs. DCHF, yeah. Nope. But let's see if I can add it. Yes. Nope. Alright. I'm just going to remove one pair right here. Let's remove this grass. Yeah, not looking so great. It's kind of like a choppy market after it's trying to bottom down, and then we have this stuff going on here like this. So it's kind of looking for a breakout, and we can see this crazy range going on here. We should narrow it down. It's just going to be so disturbing. Just buy and sell, buy and sell, buy and sell. I don't like this pair, honestly. But the only thing I can see, the only thing I can see is the break towards the top side. The break towards the top side. So the only thing we can do is be banking on the long that the price is going to break to the upside when this range eventually is over eventually. But with this kind of chart pattern, it should be going down. So I'm a little bit confused as to what it's the pair wants to do, but I'm not familiar with JPY pairs like that so much. So I really can't say. Um okay, let's do it this way. Yep. On the weekly side, it's just crazy upward volume. We can see that, no doubt. But even though with this, it shows us that we might see a third bounce and then move back up. But with this, it's showing us that the price can go up. And on the weekly time frame, there is a little bit of break over here. So I'm seeing, although the overall stuff is showing us that yeah, we are going to go up, but I just don't like what I'm saying. All right, so let's look at short-term trades for it. Let's look at short-term trades, see if you can pick something out although it's just full of range. And then we have this one clearing out this AVG, then selling, but it didn't reach any of the point of interest here, or probably the only valid thing I'm seeing right here, but this on 30 minutes as well, is this entry model right here, which tapped in quite nicely, quite nicely. Yep, yep. That's the thing that happened there for this right here. So you have taken profit probably over here, or the price will keep moving up to this point, to this point, to this point. A lot of liquidity over the top, and the same thing over the bottom, which I'm guessing that's what it's causing the whole range stuff going on GBP USD JPY. So I think I'm just oh, yeah. I'm seriously confused a little bit. This will be the target for the long, so probably take a little bit of long risk from like a re-entry point, although I wouldn't give any re-entry point because there isn't any break to the top. Even on 45 minutes, I was on 45 minutes before. Can you guys hear me? It seems I lost my network. Apart from nephew Sam, I'm using the smart money concept indicator. Looks algo. It looks algo. Let me just put that in. Let me just put that in chat. Looks algo. All right. So back to this. There isn't any break, so I'm not very happy with buying from here. I'm not happy with buying from here, but that looks like the only thing that is reasonable with this GBP JPY. So probably see, if I was the one, I'm going to see this one out. I don't like what I'm saying, so I wouldn't trade it, honestly. Probably look at another pair. But yeah, if there's a break towards the top here or something else that just gives confirmation, then I can go for it. I can't go for it with this dude right here. But pending the time that there's not any confirmation, although you can still risk it a little bit. Looks like the re-entry, but yeah, I will risk very low. And my stop will be at below this, or probably in the middle. So not so great, but you can still go with it because the pair is kind of ranging and moving in a funny way. So yeah, that's it for JPY. That's it for JPY. I don't think there's anything more interesting to take out from it. So yeah, I'm running it, and yeah, trashed Valencia 6-0. So it's a good night for me. I'm happy. Um, so the indicator is looks algo. That's the two pairs we're going to be looking at, GBP and USGPY. So we've looked at Bitcoin. We looked at what did we conclude on Bitcoin? I can't kind of got. Oh, okay. So that's it. See what's going to open during the week. For Bitcoin, might have a little sell to this point, or just break to the top side, and then we continue the bullish stuff. For GU, where's GU at? For GU, we're waiting for this break, then we buy from this point. So everything we are just waiting for confirmation, basically, from all the pairs. We're waiting for confirmation. Once the confirmation is in place, then we proceed. So yes, that will be it for today. So yes, I'll see you guys by the chat, and enjoy your week. Thank you all for tuning in.